Hello, I'm Rob McKnight with over 30 years experience in the media industry. This is Media McKnight and welcome to our special coverage of the radio ratings, specifically Survey 7 2025. Talk is still king in Sydney and Melbourne while Nova finds success in other markets. Let's start with Sydney. Despite a slight drop of 0.4%, 2GB reigns supreme in Sydney. SmoothFM is a firm number 2, but number 1 on the FM dial, with an 11.4% share in the People 10 Plus category. KIIS had to settle for the number 3 position after a slight drop of 0.5%. That brought them down to 9.3. In the all-important breakfast battle, Ben Fordham remains at number 1 with no change in his audience. The Carl and Jackie O show saw a drop of 1.1%, but still delivered a strong 12.5% share. Fordham had a cum of 483,000, while Carl and Jackie O had 696,000. That basically means Carl and Jackie O had more people listening to their show, but Fordham's listeners stayed longer. To Melbourne. 3AW continues its winning streak with a slight increase of 0.1% for a total share of 14.7 in the People 10 Plus category. Gold continues its dominance on the FM frequency with a 12.5% share. That's an increase of 1.3%. Ross and Russ on 3AW own the breakfast slot, bringing in a massive 20.1% share, despite a drop of 0.2. 3AW station manager Stephen Beers said, "To finish the year with such a powerful result is a testament to the hard work and passion demonstrated by everyone on the 3AW team. From our talent to our producers and news team, we are deeply thankful to our Melbourne audience for their commitment, which is the driving force behind the success. This result solidifies our unique connection with the city, proving that when Melbourne wants live, local and credible talk, they turn to 3AW. Christian O'Connell has delivered another strong performance, coming in at number 2, or number 1 if you only count FM. His show had an 11.2% share. That is up 0.3. The Breakfast team on Fox end the year as the number 2 show on FM, delivering an 8.7% share. Jason Lauren seemed to have lost some spark, now having to settle for third spot on the FM dial with 8.3%. Carl and Jackie O saw a drop of 0.5% to finish the year with a 5.5% share. A very different story to Sydney. Meanwhile, the ABC Breakfast team has seen another rise of 1.4% for a 7.8% share. That is an impressive rise over the past few surveys. To Brisbane. It's a tight race in station share, with Triple M taking honours on 11.9%, ahead of Nova on 11.2%. The success story of the year in Brisbane, though, has to be 4BH. The low-cost AM music station has come in third overall with a 10.8% share. That's up 0.8%. The unlikely champion beat B105, which had 10.5%, and KIIS on 10%. While the ousted team of Robin, Kip and Corey were hoping to go out on a high, they should be happy with an increase of 1.2% for a total share of 11.2%. How will the replacement show with Lowy go? Industry experts are expecting a big drop when he launches, so it will be interesting to see what happens in the long term. After a string of changes, 4BC has seen an increase of 0.8% to deliver a 6.1% share. These results aren't really reflective of the programming lineup set in place for next year, so we will be watching this one with interest. The station did see increases across the board though. Breakfast, 4.8%, up 1.2. Morning, 6.2, up 0.5. Afternoon, 5.9, up 0.6. And drive, 5.5, up 0.1. Executives will be breathing a sigh of relief, but the real test will come next year when the new lineup takes effect. To Adelaide, Triple M has taken top spot again with a dominating 14.3%, no change, ahead of Mix on 12.8%, that's a rise of 0.2%, and Nova on 11%, they were down 0.4%. In breakfast, Triple M also dominated with a 16.2% share. Look, it's fair to say Adelaide has fallen in love with Roo, Dits and Loz. 5AA was a distant second on a very strong 11.8%, followed by Nova on 10.6%. Mix, which delivered a 9.7% share, will rebrand to KIIS next year with a new show hosted by Ben Harvey and Leon Stapleton. And AM station Cruise will become part of the Gold Network. Finally to Perth. Nova continues to lead the pack on a 16% share, followed by Mix on 13.4%. 96FM finds itself on 12% after a 0.4% drop. In breakfast, it's Nova first and Daylight second. The show, hosted by Nathan Morris, Nat Locke and Sean McManus, had an audience share of 19.4%, despite a slight drop of 0.2%. Mix had to settle for second on 12.4%, followed by Triple M on 10.6% and 96FM on 10.2%. And that brings us to the end of this radio ratings wrap. The next survey, the final survey of the year, comes out next year, because of course it does. Meanwhile, there's a lot happening in radio, television and media. I'll get to all of that in the next edition of Media McKnight. That'll be out Tuesday at 9 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. Until then, go to youtube.com/@McKnightTonight for plenty more media insights and my nightly show, McKnight Tonight. I'm Rob McKnight. I hope to see you then. Cheers.